What's going on, everyone? Henry Kaminski here from uniquedesignz.net. And today's daily gem: you cannot fake this C word. What does that mean? And what is that C word that I'm talking about? I'm going to share it with you today. So let me hop in this office here and get the show on the road. So we're on the topic today or this week, I should say, on brand integrity, right? So we talked about all types of things this week, and one of the things that we can't avoid is the C word: caring. This is one thing that you can't fake in your brand's identity. So let me share with you a quick little story. So every year I like to go to these live events, right? You get to mingle with people that are in your industry, and you get a chance to get out of the office and really meet some cool people, right? A lot of times when you go to these events, the gurus or the people that are actually crushing it, they get their opportunities to speak and do all of those things, and you get a chance to meet those folks, right? So I'm at this event, and I paid the extra couple of bucks to go to this VIP, like day two is like this VIP event, right? Where you can mingle with the speakers and you can mingle with, some of the folks that you normally can't get to. And there was this one particular speaker that I really, really enjoyed. I actually looked up to. He helped me quite a bit to take me from point A to point B. And I'm in the VIP event, and I see him in the corner, and he's mingling with the other VIPs. And as I walked by him, because I was a little, even me, I was a little, starstruck, if you will, right? As I walked by, I heard him say to someone that he was talking to, I hate these meet and greets. They're so annoying. I wish I could, I forget what he said. And then, he's pounding his drinks. He's got these hot chicks around him. And he's just like quarantined off. He's not really paying any mind to the little fish like me walking through the crowd, and I felt disappointed, right? Because I looked up to this dude for a long time. And when I heard him say that, I was like, really, dude? Like, I bought a shit ton of your services or your products, and like, you don't even care. And I was like, disappointed. So that day, that night goes by, and then the next morning I'm up early as hell. I get in there, and I see him by the coffee station, right? So I walk by, and I looked at him, and I said, I just wanted to tell you something. And he was like, oh, what's that? I said, I'll never buy one of your products ever again. And he looked at me and he was like, why's that? I said, because you're a phony. And he looked at me. And I said, I heard what you said yesterday at the VIP event. And he was like, well, what did I say? I said, don't worry about it. I said, I looked up to you for a long time. And when I heard what you said, I'll never forget it. And guess what? I'm going to tell a lot of people too. I go, you don't care about your customers. You just want to make a quick buck. So the C word that I'm talking about, guys, is caring. You can't fake that. You can't automate that through an email system, through a CRM system. You got to focus on caring, because that's what people buy. That's what people want from you. My dad told me something a long time ago, and I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. And now, mind you, my dad was never a CEO or any of that. He was a shop steward. He was a mechanic for 30 years for UPS. But he said to me something when I was starting my entrepreneurial career, which I'll never forget. And he said, Henry, no matter if it's the CEO or the janitor, you treat them the same. You treat them the same, because we all put our pants on the same way. And I was like, whoa. Whoa. Caring. That's what we need to focus on. Now, I had a meeting this morning with my project manager, who is just an absolute rock star. So grateful for her to be part of my team. And I said to her, I said, Pam, we're getting new clients, weekly. So one of the things we need to tighten up is our caring. We need to make sure that we know where everybody's at. So we set up a system that makes sure we know where everybody's at each week. The client knows where they're at each week. And we're constantly checking in to make sure that we're staying on target. Caring. That's what we need to focus in on, guys. Because there's nothing more disappointing than meeting a virtual mentor. Here's a guy that Tony Robbins endorsed. Right? Here's a guy that Tony Robbins endorsed. And the guy was crushing it. Everybody thought he was a stud. And then when you meet the guy for the first time, like I did, and you get that experience, it's a big letdown. It's a big disappointment. And it's so funny because I actually saw this guy not too long later. My wife and I were on a cruise in the Caribbean, and this guy was on the same cruise as us. And we were all hanging out. At night we all go to the nightclub or whatever, those little cheesy nightclubs they have on the cruise ships. And I saw him. And my wife saw me staring at this guy like Henry, who the hell are you looking at? Who is that guy you're staring at? And I said, nobody. And then I got on with my night with my family and my wife. But I couldn't believe that disappointment. Because the guy shows up on the internet like a stud. And then when you meet him, he doesn't have the time or day for you. Caring. So I want you to take a look today inside of your brand. And I want you to ask yourself, do I really care about my clients? And on what level? Is your brand on the inside? On the inside, not what everybody sees on the outside. Have that caring foundation that everybody is yearning for. When somebody buys and invests into your product or service, is that C word, caring, the truth? Because you can't fake caring, guys. Today's Daily Gem. I'll see you tomorrow.